Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison of these single serve K-Cup machines. Now the two on the left are Keurig, this is Cuisinart's. So the one here on the left is the Keurig K Supreme. You want to help? And then the one in the middle is the K Elite. And the Cuisinart, they call it the Premium Single Serve SS-10P1. So these things have a lot in common, but they also have a few differences. I've got a detailed review on each one of them. I've also got a detailed review on how to descale them. But let's just look at general appearance. So this one's the K Supreme. This is between $140 and $150. K Elite's around $130. And the Cuisinart, even this one's around $130. So they both have all three have water reservoirs. They all can take a carbon filter. Keurig's got kind of a different holder. Cuisinart's got this kind of their standard holder for water filters. So you can filter the water in all three of them. Now, these two kind of have the same water tank. It kind of forms to the machine. It's kind of an odd shape, maybe a little hard to fill up. Same with the K Elite. It's kind of an odd shape, you know. I really like this water reservoir. So this one's got this nice carrying handle. You just pick it up, go fill it up. You know, it sits nice and flat. Nice water reservoir. So the control panels. So this one does strong over ice, 6, 8, 10, 12. This one does strong over ice. It also has a 4 ounce, 6 ounce, 8 ounce, 10 ounce, 12 ounce. So one more setting, it's got a 4 ounce setting. This one, the display, so this one's got the 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So general appearance, your controls are pretty much on the top. This one, you've got to kind of look straight at it to kind of see the control panel. It does have a really nice control panel. So opening them up, this one's a little different. I wasn't used to this. I thought I broke it at first, but you lift this up and then that unlocks it. So there you've got your needle, your top needle, and your bottom needle. The Keurig, whoops, I still got a K-Cup in. So the K Elite's got the bottom needle, and then it's got the single top needle. Now this one here, this is what is a little different. It's got the same bottom needle, but this is called the flavor enhancer. It's got 5 needles at the top. So this one is a little bit different in that aspect. You know, they're all about the same size. They're all going to fit underneath a kitchen cabinet. This one's definitely the shortest. This one kind of angles out when you open and close it. This one stays stationary. Same with this one. This one's got a menu. You can go in, it's got a time. You can set this thing to come on at a certain time. Now, it won't brew a K-Cup for you, but at least it turns the machine on and gets it warmed up, ready to go. Same with this one. This one's got an auto on, auto off feature in the menu. You can program this to come on at a certain time, and it's got a clock. This one does not have any of that. This one's got a neat little feature. It does have a reusable K-Cup that you store on the side. You can put your own coffee grounds in that and use it. So they've got drip trays. You know, this one comes out. Same with this one. And same with that one. So let's measure for like travel mugs. So about 7, yeah, right around 7. This one maybe 7 1/4. And this one's right around 7 1/4 too, maybe. So relatively about the same size. This one might be, you know, it's about the same size. They're all pretty much the same size as far as putting travel mugs in. And with the drip trays, you know, about 6. Yeah, this one might be the tallest with the drip tray. About 6 1/4 over here, 6 and 6. Even though this one kind of looks smaller and shorter, they all fit about the same size. And from the back, they all take a 3-prong receptacle. Now this one does have a reservoir that you can put in the back, so this thing can be even skinnier because you can actually move this reservoir in the back. I show you how to do that in my detailed review. You know, this thing's pretty wide, about 8. Same with this, about 9. These two look about being the same width. This one's definitely skinnier. You know, and they stick out about the same. This one does seem to have the smallest footprint front to back. So let's just brew. I do my coffees on 8 ounce. So let's just brew a K-cup. Put it in there. Close the lid. Again, we're going to open this one up. We're going to put the K-cup in. This one definitely closes the nicest. Lift this up. Put the K-cup in. And just kind of smash it down. So over here, I got to hit the 8 and the K. Here, I just hit one button. That's the 8 ounce button. And here, I've got to select 8 ounce and then the brew button. So that one definitely started the fastest. This one, the motor's the loudest. This one's the loudest when it pushes out that last remaining water. And it's definitely the fastest of the two. Now there's a hot water tank heating up, you can hear. This one's finishing up, and this one is. So the two on the end finish up about the same amount of time. This one's definitely the quickest. You don't get that big hot water tank heating up. This one, you get that really hot water tank heating up, and you don't necessarily get that with this. But that pump is a little noisier on this one. So I'm not a coffee expert. I've done a taste test. You know, these all taste about the same. This one tastes a little bit better, but it definitely tastes a little bit better with the strong brew. So I've done a strong brew on this one and this one. This one does not have the strong brew. And this one tastes the best in the strong brew, and you can really start to taste that difference. So again, I've done this and I've tasted them all. If I had to pick, this one definitely tastes the best, followed by this one. These two are about the same. This one's the fastest of them all, but also kind of the noisiest of them all. So let's lift it up. There's where it pokes the 5 holes. You're going to see 1 hole poke and 1 hole poke there. Okay, so let's get each K-cup. I like to cut them open just to kind of see what's going on the inside. So they all poke the same hole in the bottom. Now I'm going to cut each one open. Okay, so this one definitely, because of the 5 holes it pokes, it definitely does something a little bit different in there to the coffee grounds. These are kind of the same. You get that one big center hole in the middle, and same with that one. And one thing I've noticed, I've cut these open on several occasions, these seem a little bit drier. I don't know if it's just because of the way it can, with those 5 needles, it can run more steam through it. But these coffee grounds in the K-cup for the K Supreme just seem like they're a little drier. Here's the K Elite. You know, again, they all look very well saturated, and like it did a good job that way. And then here's the Cuisinart. Again, I can't tell a big difference from this. Other than this one does, the coffee grounds look just a little bit drier. Like maybe it was able to extract, and they're kind of a little bit lighter. So maybe it was able to extract a little bit more flavor out, because it does taste, You know, it does taste a little different. But again, where I notice the biggest change is when I do a strong brew. When I do a strong brew in this one and a strong brew in this one, I can't do a strong brew in this one. As I notice that this one, it does taste a little bit better. And I think that has to do with the 5 needles up there at the top. It's able to brew the pot a little bit different, even more so in the strong setting. So some other things I noticed, so this has a hot water button. It also has a separate rinse button, which is kind of nice. This one has a hot water button. Doesn't have a rinse button per se, but you can just open it up, leave the K-cup open, and run water through it with a setting. Again, no hot water button here. And if you want to do a rinse, just make sure you leave it open and you can do a brew. They do have descale lights. This one's got a descale light. This one, it's got an add water light. Same with that one. This one also has a add water light, and it will tell you when it's time to descale also. You know, Cuisinart does make a pretty good coffee maker, but the water pump in it did seem just a little noisy. You know, this one was definitely the quietest. Maybe I'm kind of partial to this one. I really like this one. I did like this one before I got this one. But now this one seems just kind of big and bulky now that I've got this one. And I just definitely love that water reservoir. And I did think it brewed a pretty good cup of coffee. Now these also brew really good cups of coffee. I thought that might just taste a little bit different. And again, you should be able to pick up one of these used on Facebook Marketplace, anywhere between $50 and $70. Just make sure it works and it's not been heavily used. So again, check out my detailed videos on how to clean the needles, how to descale them, how to make coffee, how to use the reusable K-cup. Thanks everybody for watching, and if you could, please like and subscribe.